Hello students, I am here to tell you business economics important questions from unit 1. So there are 4 important questions: nature and scope of economics, micro and macroeconomics, law of diminishing marginal utility, law of equimarginal utility. Now let me give you a quick understanding about all the 4 topics. So if you move on, let's understand what is business economics. You have always read about economics. Application of that economics into business is known as business economics. It is also known as managerial economics. So when you start, you will have to start with the meaning, what is business economics, and then you would be telling about the relationship between business and economics, and then you would be telling the definitions. Out of this both, if you write one definition, that would be sufficient. And then if you come, the first question is nature and scope of business economics. So nature, there are few listed on nature along with the examples. Then comes your scope of business economics. You will have to write this. Hope you are able to see everything. Now, after this, here we complete our first question, nature and scope of economics. Moving on, see, you might be looking like last minute for you might be looking for materials. No, if you write this, it would be very much sufficient and you can score good marks. Now, moving on, that is the second question, which is microeconomics. So, when you come to microeconomics, you will have to tell the meaning first. When you start an answer, every time it needs to start with meaning, definition or introduction. So when you tell what does it deal with, you will start your answer, and moving on you will tell why is microeconomics important for us. Moving on to the core concepts of microeconomics. So this is how you will have to appear for your answer. I have listed on seven different scopes. Then after understanding, you will have to write the analogy, like how is microeconomics helpful in real time to us. So you'll have to write all this and then conclude your answer. So out of this 8 topics, if you write even 5, that would be more than sufficient. Moving on to the limitations of microeconomics. Like I've told you here, you can be asked with anything. Micro and macroeconomics, types, differences, importance and limitations. So you will have to be prepared with these concepts. Moving on to the limitations of microeconomics, you will have to know these points. Okay, so out of 7 you can write any 5, that would be more than enough, and everywhere I have included examples for your better understanding. Then moving on to macroeconomics, which is in aggregate, which is put together in a nation, you will have to write what does it mean, definition, what all does it include, importance and limitations of macroeconomics along with real-time examples. Okay, so I have listed out many. You can pick up as per your efforts, like how much you want to study. Then you can conclude this. So out of the previous papers that we have seen, from the form first, you have an internal choice from unit 1. Out of these both, there are one question that would be appearing, and out of these 3 and 4, you will be having one question, sure shot, gunshot question. There is no question paper where they do not ask you law of DMU and law of EMU. You cannot even go to the examination hall without preparing for these both questions. Keep a stress on these points. Okay. Now, most importantly, when you start writing law of DMU answer, it's very simple. When you start writing law of DMU, you will have to start writing in this way. Okay, you'll have to write what does law of DMU means, law of diminishing marginal utility. You will have to define it, who has given the definition, who has invented law of DMU, key concepts of it. Okay, so there are 3 different aspects that you will have to understand when you are learning law of DMU. Then you will be having a table. This is the most important aspect. The concept here is, the more commodity you consume, let's say you like chocolates more, but how much satisfied you will be. Satisfaction is derived by utility. So how much satisfaction you get when you eat a chocolate. When you eat 0 chocolates, you get 0. When you start eating 1 chocolate, you feel happy about it. So the satisfaction level is 20. And when you eat 2 chocolates, your satisfaction increases to 35. Third chocolate, it goes to 45. Fourth, 50. You see the difference between this from 20 to 35, it is